my friends, let's take a look at Link. We're back above the 50,000 Satoshis level, so that's good to see, but we're still not quite up to where we want it to go, up to that 51.5, 52,000 area to continue on past this and get up past this zone. But of course, overall, having found a retest of the downward sloping resistance line, which is now up above since I moved it, but was actually there beforehand, and retested it, came up towards the top side. We're at the 886 again at the minute, as we have been today. That's the highs that we've had. Let's see if we can actually move up above that. Who knows? If we don't do that, then we're just starting to look like it's kind of bending over. But then staying above 49,200 is really quite decent in terms of closes for just now, just okay, because then you wouldn't have the sort of the active 236 Fibonacci retracement towards the downside, which first off comes in there at that area. But if I were to draw one in just purely from the last swing low, do I have the right thing? No, I've got pitchfork. Up to the most recent swing high, then no coincidence comes in the 236 coming in at the same area, so you wouldn't want to see that getting broken. That's basically what it all boils down to on that one. Let's move on over to the dollar prices. Going to just keep things really simple today for today's episode. Same dealio as we've been looking at for the last wee while. We've come down here, touched this area, moved on towards the top side, and we're still waiting to see if we can get closes up above that 470 area. Really, at the minute, we've been up as high as 469, not quite gone out to the 470s. Really, overall, you want to see the prices come up towards that $5 mark. Of course you do. You want to see it happen without too much divergences or anything as well overall. So having a chance for the oscillators to reset in this little bit of downward price movement was okay. So far as we've, in terms of looking at these things, we've come up and we've put in this high here, which is actually Class B bearish divergence here between these last two highs. Likewise on the stochastics, it's like you've got a touch of it there as well, not Class B, just Class A. And the DMI, though, it looks okay between those last two highs. So, while the RSI is kind of, just coming in just shy of it, and I wouldn't even say it's Class B, it's actually just normal bearish divergence. It's not like a significant amount of it. We have had a chance for them to reset slightly, but if we did drop down, it wouldn't be too much of a surprise. It looked towards the fake out zone here, down to 430 and indeed 413. But if it were to go beyond either of those two, then I'd be looking down towards the 382 down here at $3.65. Really, because the 236 comes in at 415, and if you go past that 420 plays the area where the 21 EMA is coming in between 430 and 415, and in this zone, if you go on down past that down there, then of course you could be looking down to that, and that would be of course another 10% drop off in the price thereafter. So plenty of trading opportunities. We can look towards this area of 450 really in the meantime as being our support area. The current resistance we have right at our heads at 470, and towards the top side there at 499 or $5 really is what we're really overall looking for. If you want to have some sort of broader term perspective on things, then we could of course be looking up towards the 1618 in the grand scheme of things, perhaps moving up to $7 should we actually move on past this. So that's how you could get towards there. But first things first, let's do all that and let's keep things going, because over here when we look towards the weekly time frame, we can see that we actually already have our higher high on the weekly, and the prices could just turn around from here without actually changing the overall macro upward weekly trend versus the dollar prices on this one. Thanks very much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I've been Rocky Outcrop, not been a financial advisor. I would appreciate it if you share these videos with a friend if you've got one that you think would like it. Kind of covered everything we needed to in this one. Really do appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks very much. Do these every day. So appreciate it. See you then.